Mandi and Ezra talk shit. I'm Ezra.
Hi, I'm Mandi.
And what's today's topic for today?
Today we're going to be discussing like some parenting stuff and being like aunts and uncles and children, and then we're also going to end up getting a little bit more serious topic of some mental health.
Yes.
But then we're going to bring it right back up and lighten it up again with like art and everything else. So
you hear the dog barking in the background. We are sorry in advance. The dog is just, he's special. You guys seem to love the dog as much as we do.
I will also apologize right now. I'm trying to speak a little bit louder, but I'm a little bit under the weather, so it's not going to sound so great. I might cough, sneeze.
Yeah. We're like, this household's getting like over a cold. It's that time of year again.
The parenting thing. When you're a mom and your kid gets sick, you get sick.
Yep.
You just pick it up automatically, and you're like, great.
I'm lucky. I'm an aunt, because as you know, Mandi's a mom. Makes me an aunt because she had a kid with my brother. So I get to be an aunt, which is so fun. I love being an aunt, and luckily I didn't get sick, surprisingly. I don't know how.
It's just, it depends sometimes.
Well, I was sick, though, before.
Yeah.
So, but normally I get sick all the time, like the kid does.
Yeah, the thing is, the kid's just so cute sometimes that you just want to snuggle him and give him loves and cuddles and kisses, and even when he's sick, he wants that, but then you're just going to get sick from him being sick, so.
Yeah. It's like there's no winning.
This is why we're at this. Excuse me.
There's no winning with that.
No, absolutely not. I actually, to be honest with you, I never expected to be a mom. I never thought I was going to be a mom. I didn't entirely see that for myself.
Yeah.
For a really long time. And I also had some minor medical issues. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to have kids. But there he is. He's here. Hello. It was not maybe the easiest of pregnancies, but certain genetics that blend together sometimes don't always work well for the female part. It all depends.
Yeah.
I just noticed I was really kind of sick, not like throwing up sick, but I was just ill all the time. I was constantly having colds. I was constantly sick. I couldn't breathe through my nose. I had gestational diabetes.
Yeah, that's from my side of the family.
Iron infusions. I had to have sometimes my heart monitored. It was crazy. It was insane. And then the actual birthing process is, a hell on earth in itself. I give this one horror stories all the time.
Yeah, I don't want to, like, Mandi makes it so I don't ever want to have kids. Like, oh god.
Wrap it.
Wrap
Best thing you can do is be safe and wrap it.
Wrap that shit up. Tell them.
Even myself being not just a parent but being an aunt, you like that feeling of being there for, like, if the kids come to you for something, you can be able to help them, and I just like that feeling of being relied on in that sense. Like, somebody kind of needs you for something and you're there. And I hope I'd be the type of parent that, in my future, that doesn't matter what my kid is doing, if they're having issues with their mental health or finances or anything, I hope that they know that they can come back home where they would be safe for a while and then go back to what they were doing. At least that's what I would like to.
Yeah. Well, they also have their aunt, me, obviously, to come to if they can't go. Like, if they feel like they can't go to you, or if they can't go to their father, they can always come to me. I have 2 nephews and a niece, and all of them love me to death. Especially my niece. My niece always comes to me for everything. She is the cutest. Oh my god.
So how many are you an aunt to?
3. Total of 3.
There you go.
2 nephews, 1 niece.
Yeah.
So, it's always so fun. I love being an aunt. Like, previously, I was already an aunt before. Oh my god, Shadow! Sorry, the dog's losing it for some stupid reason.
Here. Shadow! Shadow!
Sorry, guys, the dog was losing it for some reason.
He was in some kind of protective mode. He heard something and he loses
Probably
it.
the washing machine.
Yeah, I put the washing machine on.
What were we talking about?
Before the dog lost it?
Yeah.
I honestly don't remember. I'm having a blank moment. To be fair, this cold is kicking my ass. Like, I just feel like crap this week. But about 5 days into this thing and I'm doing a little bit better, so I'm thankful for that. But,
Yeah.
oh man, sucks being sick when your kid gets sick.
Oh, we're talking about how I'm an aunt and how many.
That's right. I'm sorry. We were interrupting you. Not that
because the dog went off like a lunatic. But yes, being an aunt is like super fun, and I was already previously an aunt because my eldest brother, my sister-in-law or whatever, she already had a kid from a previous relationship, so I got a nephew, and I was so excited to be an aunt. I was so excited. I'm like, oh my god, like, this is so cool. This is so fun. I get to have, like, a nephew to hang out with and just, like, do everything with. And then, my sister-in-law got pregnant, and came along my niece, and she was, she already told, obviously, like, my brother, and she told her dad, and all that, I'm pretty sure. But the first person she had told that she was pregnant was me, out of the family. And I found that super special, and she told me, she's like, the only reason we told you first because we thought that you would be the one that, like, found it, like, the most special and would love it. And I'm like, I freaked. And we were all thinking, like, she thought it was going to be a boy. But then when I seen the pink come out of that, because we are a baseball family, so we did, like, a baseball-themed, like, gender reveal. When I saw the pink, I freaked. I screamed. I'm like, oh my god! I'm getting a niece! Like, I was so excited. And then all of a sudden, you come to find out that, like, a few years later, that Mandi was having a kid, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
Because my second eldest brother was always like, I never expected him to have kids.
Yeah.
I never expected you to have kids either. Like, I know you guys were just, like, you guys were kind of, like, just more expected to have, like, fur babies, like, pets.
Yeah.
Like, Shadow was originally the baby.
Yeah.
And Chloe, your dog Chloe.
Yeah.
She was so cute.
Chloe was a little B-word.
Oh my god.
She's so funny, but also so mean.
She's a Pomeranian.
Yeah,
so.
like I said before in one of the other podcasts, she's like having a little teenage daughter.
Oh man. She was so cute though. It's always the small dogs that are so feisty.
Yeah.
Like, has anybody ever noticed that?
Yes. Always.
Shadow, relax.
Oh my god, dog.
But yeah, I was expecting you guys to just have pets as, like, your children.
Yeah.
Like, I always think, like, personally, like, I'm not opposed to the idea of having children myself,
Mm-hmm.
but, like, at the same time, I'm, like, too freaking scared to.
Yeah, and you also want to make sure you really have the right person to back you up and
Yeah, that too. It's terrifying, so I'm just like, I would rather stick to having pets. I want a cat, I want a Sphinx cat, and I want a dog, but the dog I want is either a Scottish Terrier or a Great Dane.
Yeah.
Those would be my fur babies. Those would be my children. What about you? What would be your dream pet to be your fur baby?
I've had all kinds of different dogs, but I think the kind of dog that I'd love to have now would be like a little wiener dog.
Those are so cute!
How would like a little wiener dog named Chelsea? I don't know.
Oh my god, that was my brother's dog's name.
Really? Just,
yeah.
I don't know, just a little tiny wiener dog
Chelsea.
named Chelsea.
She was at my grandmother's house. It was my brother's freaking...
A little tiny wiener dog named Piglet. I don't know. Something cute
Oh,
like
that'd
that.
be so cute.
Yeah.
So cute.
Yeah.
Those would be like our dream children as pets. Our pets would be our children.
Yeah.
Because pets are easier to take care of.
Exactly. And that's the thing is that there's not just like parents. There's pet parents out there that have some dogs with certain issues and
or disabilities
and problems that they need special care and fostering and sometimes they're sick or they're not doing well and you need to be like a parent just like you would to a kid, really.
But it's fun, like, regardless. And some people aren't able to have kids, so even if they can't and they don't want, like, an actual kid to take care of themselves, they might end up just getting a pet instead.
Funnest experience is you being an aunt. The most exciting thing you've done with your nieces and nephews.
Oh my god. So, my most exciting thing, I would say, would be for your kid.
Yeah.
Would probably be when we go in the backyard during the winter and go sledding. Shadow! he's losing it! Oh my god! Sorry guys, the dog keeps losing it for some reason.
I think he sees something that we don't. I don't
Probably. I mean, this
house... I do feel like children and dogs have that hypersensitivity that they can see something that maybe we don't.
Yeah.
Anyway, you were telling your story, sorry, about the most exciting thing to do with kids.
Yeah, going outside in the backyard and sledding with Josh.
Oh, that's so fun. I love when we do that.
So fun. Oh my god. Remember when you made that video of the snow day that we had? I love that video.
Snow day with Auntie.
If I can find it, I'll put it at the end of the video or something like that.
Or we set up an Instagram, and you guys can follow that, and we're gonna post fun and exciting behind the scenes and cool content on there. So.
Yes, so it'll be it's at official Mandi Ezra Talk Shit, and shit is spelled the same way that it is for our YouTube here. So, also put like a link in the description or something like that. We'll have a link down there so you guys can find it easier. But if you guys want to follow us there, go right ahead and you can like post more updates. You get to see like behind the scenes and
yeah, you're gonna get to see all kinds of really cool, fun content.
Oh yeah, it's so fun. I love it. It's so fun. What's your favorite experience?
What
as
about,
being a mom.
Well, yeah, but what about with Casey and Caleb? Is there anything exciting that you like doing with them? Sorry.
Well, with Casey, so my niece, I love to color with her. She likes to color, or likes to play with Play-Doh. So that's my favorite thing to do with her, is color or make things out of Play-Doh. She likes mixing her Play-Doh though, which drives me nuts. Because I'm like, no, why would you mix the colors? No, it makes me so sad. Or with Caleb, so my nephew, my other nephew, I should say.
Yes.
Because I have two nephews. I like playing, kind of like make-believe, I guess you kind of say. Kind of playing with toys and pretending to, he likes fighting and, games like that. So sometimes we'll take, these toy swords and we'll pretend to fight each other. Or
that's cute.
Pretend we're in Star Wars or something. Not a lot of aunts and uncles will do that with their nieces and nephews.
Yeah.
Whatever, because they just oh, that's lame. I'm not doing that. Where I'm oh yeah, let's go. I'll play with you. I don't care. I like being a big kid. It's so fun.
I think that's one thing about when we were talking about horoscopes and stuff like that last week. I think cancers can not only be nurturing and caring, they can be big kids.
Oh yeah, we're very family oriented.
Very. We just like making people happy. We just like making children happy, and
children are very drawn to us.
I know.
Very drawn to us.
Always.
I'll be walking in a grocery store and a kid's just staring at me.
Children, old people, people with special needs would always be drawn to people.
Yes, we're very approachable.
And it's also animals are always drawn to us.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. My boyfriend's cat, one of his cats, doesn't like anybody really, and it took a while. He was it's gonna take a long time for the cat to come around you to like you. After a month and a half, cat freaking loves me, lets me pet her, all this fun stuff. It's she's so cute.
Anyway, my favorite thing to do with my little kiddo is I kind of just think about I chase him around in the basement, and
that's so fun.
I kind of I get him all excited, and I'm going to get you kind of thing. Chase him, go to tickle him, go to do a little wrestling with him. It's so fun. It really not only it's fun for me because you get a little bit of a extra work on it. It gets him so excited and so happy, and I love that
he's
feeling.
so giggly.
He's so giggly. When you get to tickling him, he is so giggly, and I love it. That's my favorite part.
Or when he's watching movies, him just freaking howling at these freaking movies.
Yes, when he'll watch anything, little video clips of stuff he likes, movies, anything. When there's something that's funny to him, he will just burst out laughing. He won't say a word. He'll just laugh, and it's so cute.
He's so adorable. Oh my god.
I think your other favorite thing to do with him is when you actually play with the dog downstairs.
Oh my god. So the dog is like a cat for some reason. The dog chases the laser pointer. We have a laser pointer and the dog will go nuts. And the kid...
Shadow.
Sorry, the dog's being weird again. Shadow. Lay down, poopers.
Shadow. Down.
Oh my goodness. Hang on, guys. Okay, oh my god, the dog is losing it today. I don't know what it is. He's in a mood today.
Yes, anyway, you're telling the laser pointer story.
Oh yes, so the laser pointer, the kid will start howling when the dog just goes. He'll be sliding across the floor downstairs, and he's just chasing the damn thing, and the kid will start chasing it too sometimes, and he just gets a kick out of it. He starts, dying of laughter, which gets me all giggly, and I start laughing. I'm like, oh my god, kid, you're so cute. Like, what the heck?
Just like the other fascinating thing with like kids and animals, like you don't have to buy them fancy toys. You could just give them garbage and recycling, like bottles and containers, and they will have so much fun with that stuff. It's like, it's crazy.
Oh, he used to go over to the recycling bin and take pop cans out of the recycling bin and try to play with them, but we also had to take those away because he could cut his finger on it. So we take the pop can away and give him, like, a bottle instead. Like, a plastic bottle of, like, Pepsi or something like that you get from, like, the dollar store.
Yeah.
That's empty. And then, or you just fill it with water, because he likes to shake things, I find.
Yeah.
Fill it with a little bit of water, close the cap on tight.
Little plastic containers and put, like, change in it or, like, little stones, and he could shake it. So
he loves it. It's very stimulating for him.
It is.
It's so cute.
Especially with his little special needs.
Yeah.
All kids have their own, but he's got something different. He's just a ham.
He's adorable. Oh my goodness. Same with like Casey and Caleb, they're so adorable. I want to squeeze all of them. Like, so cute. I always say the best gift I could ever receive in life was becoming an aunt.
Aww.
It's such a special feeling, and I feel sad for people who don't really get to experience that.
Yeah.
And like that want to experience that. I feel bad for it, but like I'm telling you, when you get that gift, it's so special.
Yes. Not just being an aunt or an uncle or a grandparent, being a parent. When you, like I said, I never thought I would have one, but then when I did, I don't know, something changed in me a little. I grew up a little bit more too, and at the same time, you got that childlike to you that you just want to make them happy. But if you are having a bad day and this kid just smiles at you, it's like everything's gone. There's no pain, there's no worry, there's nothing. This kid just lights up your life. I don't even know how to explain it.
It's just so cute and so special.
So cute. It's such a nice gift. Really, it is. It is a gift. Not just to be an aunt, an uncle, or grandparent, but a parent. It's a nice gift.
Oh, yeah. Would you say that's the best gift you ever received in life? Becoming a mother?
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
It's so special. It's such a special feeling, and like, I feel bad for those who want to experience that and can't experience that. But just know that doesn't make you any less of a person if you aren't able to have your own children or anything like that. Like,
and there's lots of ways nowadays that you could have children.
Exactly. And you're never alone. Like, we're always here to talk. Mandi's, can give you, like, parenting advice or anything like that, or give you a rundown of how, like, your experience was when, like, the first couple of years and like that.
I try to have moments where I socialize with a couple of my other mom friends and be like, how's your kiddo doing? And give them tips. They're giving me the exact same tips of things that I already do. And it's like, well, we're on the same page. At least that's good. Yeah. I know that, especially when I first had Josh when he was a newborn, I wasn't in a panic, but I did find myself, like, I take a lot of advice from people around me because I honestly didn't know what I was doing. Nobody really knows what they're doing. Oh, yeah. When you have your first child, it's like, you don't really know what the hell to do. Also, not quite having my parents around, it's weird, but I would constantly end up scrolling through stuff on, like, Facebook and social medias, and they would, like, give you tips that I would follow, and I'd do that, and I'd be like, maybe that's my mom's way of being like, I did this, so you should try this. But she's sending you signs. Yeah. He was a difficult child no matter what. I'm sure if your mom was still around, she'd probably love the kid. Oh my god. She'd probably be so happy to, like, have a grandchild. She always wanted me to have one, and I was like, I don't think I'm ever going to. No offense, Mom, but yeah, I don't think I'm ever going to. I can tell, just, like, she's probably looking down and be like, oh my god, yes! Yes. Finally had one. Or maybe she even sent him to you. Maybe she was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to send you this. Maybe she was even like, you were a pain in the ass sometimes, so I'm going to give you a taste of your own medicine because it's only fair. Right? Right? Oh, man. Now I know what you're going through, Mom. Now I know. That's why I'm, like, a little terrified to have kids, because, like, karma's going to come back and, like, bite me in the ass. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm a little terrified. That's all I'm like, yeah, no kids, no kids. I'm not saying anything. I will let her find out any of that on her own when the time comes. If the time comes, it's up to her. Yeah. Would you give any advice to any moms out there that may be expecting or that are new moms? Like, do you have any tips and tricks for, like, that you would give them having, like, a newborn or anything like that? Or expecting, like, what to expect? Yeah. When, like, they're expecting a child. Myself definitely would try to take and ask any questions around any family members or friends around you who have kids or maybe been through that. Any tips. They would take any tips, take any suggestions from anybody, or even, like me, I said, if you want to look things up online. Look it up online. You want to know for sure, look it up online. You check. You ask people they don't know, look it up. That's really the best I could say, because that's all I did. But,
Yeah.
you know, either way, the poor guy was a difficult baby from the beginning, and now he's just...
Well, because he had a few medical issues here and there.
Yeah, not only did I have
start.
medical issues, he had medical issues, and so it was just a constant, oh, God, what am I doing? What the hell's happening? How do I fix this? And
yeah.
I would take as much advice as I could from people, suggestions and all that, and look up stuff online. That's really the only thing I would really suggest.
Yeah, or even ask family or like friends that have children themselves or anything like that, or go online and find you can find probably groups like of other moms and dads.
If somebody else wants to take the baby, let them. Let them take the baby. You need sleep, you need rest. Relax.
Just take the baby. Take it.
You want to take the baby? Take the baby. I'm going to go take a nap. Just always let them.
And there's nothing wrong with even when the first couple weeks or even the first couple months, there's nothing wrong with having hiring somebody even, especially if you're on your own, because some parents out there are on their own.
Yeah.
Because things happen, whether you're a single father or a single mother. Things like that can happen. And it's okay to hire somebody even to take care of the baby at night just so you can get an extra couple hours of sleep and take care of yourself, because it's important to take care of yourself as well.
Yes.
I've never had children myself, but I'm sure you could vouch for that as well, because it's a hard recovery from what I've heard.
It's a lot. And it's not just in a physical sense for a woman having a baby. It touches upon our next subject of your mental health. If you don't have somebody who's going to be 100 or 50-50 all the way through it, it's going to be really hard on you. So if you can find that way to get extra help with family, with friends, daycares,
even if you have to hire somebody, a nanny,
you have to hire
or
somebody, always try to do it best you can, because you're just gonna stress yourself out more. Not to mention that some moms get a really bad postpartum depression, and then sometimes the spouses don't understand that, and there's no way coming out of it.
There's a lot of things that come mentally with postpartum, from what I've heard. Especially some mothers get very angry, almost have some postpartum psychosis almost.
Yeah, almost.
And I've seen online a good trick if you're very angry, especially after postpartum, because sometimes you just want to be oh my God, this kid won't show up, I can't. I want to throw him across the room. Obviously, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that to your children, first of all.
And to be fair, we all feel that feeling, but we don't do it. We just feel we want to.
I've seen where people take ice cubes and they smash it either outside or in the bathtub and let their anger out. And I've seen that online. That actually helps some people.
I like that idea.
When
stress balls.
Yeah. Everybody's different. You find your own ways to cope, and smashing ice isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's basically a healthy way, especially if you're doing it safely. Yeah. If you're going outside, make sure there's nobody nearby that can get hurt, because pieces of ice flying at people is not good. Take a whole tray of ice if you want, or take a bunch of ice out of your freezer, or however you make ice at home. Take it, whether you go in the bathroom and shut the door. Be careful, obviously be cautious. Don't want to accidentally hurt yourself in the process of this as well. And just let your anger out. And there's nothing wrong with that, because it's good to let those emotions out, especially when you're postpartum, because being postpartum, it takes a lot of a toll on you, especially when you get you hit the depression part of it. Yeah. I've heard horror stories of mothers just being I can't do this.
I've heard so many horror stories.
And I feel bad for the moms out there that have to that go through that, because I personally don't understand what it's like to go through that, but I'm sure you might. It's hard.
A lot of it is maybe I didn't get the full postpartum depression part, but it is still there. In the first week or two, you end up feeling a lot of everything, and
well, you just had a baby. Your body's trying to recover.
Your hormones are woo, and it's a lot. And like I said, you just need to make sure you've got a really good support system around you. Make sure you're gonna be able to do 50-50 with your partner, and you're all on the same page. Just as much help as you can get, because if it's offered to you, just take the help, because trust me, it's a lot, especially on a new parent. So.
Yeah. And if you guys ever wanted to ask Mandi or chat with Mandi about her personal experiences as a mom, or ask tips, we always have our Instagram account, which you can reach out to us, and we'll try to get back to you. We probably will get bombarded with messages, but Mandi would probably, I'm sure you'd be more than happy to
Absolutely.
give advice. And even me as an aunt, if anybody wants tips or tricks as an aunt or an uncle, you can always try to reach out to me too on that account. Whether I answer or Mandi answers, you just gotta ask for one of us, and we'll try to get back to you as soon as possible and try to answer everybody. And we're more than willing to chat with you guys, especially, or even if you want to talk about mental health, because I guess we could start talking about that subject.
Yeah.
Because we started to touch upon that a little bit.
Yeah.
Even when it comes to mental health, we're always here. You guys can reach out to us, and just remember that you're never alone, guys.
Never.
We've had our fair share of our own mental health crisis and all that, and there's nothing wrong if you are feeling very, like, suicidal or anything like that. There are hotlines out there that you can call, and there's nothing wrong with calling them. And it's all completely anonymous, nothing gets shared, and they'll sit there and talk to you on the phone for hours on end if you need it. It's
Even
there for a
if
reason.
You need to reach out for somebody for, like, actual, like, psychologist or therapist or something like that. There's always something available there. You just gotta look in your, like, local towns and local areas.
Yeah.
Ask your doctor. Always ask your doctor. But it's not a crime to feel like you are feeling ridiculously overwhelmed, and it's okay if you are having those moments where you're feeling ridiculously overwhelmed. You want to break down, you want to cry, you want to get it out. I would recommend anybody just let it out.
Sorry, guys, the dog. He's just being weird again.
Sometimes it's hard when you are feeling super overwhelmed. Like, we've had a couple of rough weeks here ourselves. And I think we've done a pretty good job, you and I, of trying to lift each other up and doing the best we can in hard times and difficult situations. But I hope it's coming around now. I feel like it's coming around. And it's always good to make sure you try to have somebody to lean on.
Yes, we have, me and Mandi, for example, have each other. We're always there for each other. If one of us is down, the other picks them back up and brings them back up, and vice versa. It's always the same for each other. We always got each other's backs, and it's nice to have that person, like, someone you can go to. And, like, if you guys don't have anybody to stay at home, or you feel like you can't go to somebody, you guys can always reach out to us too, if you'd like. We are always here to chat. We will try to answer as soon as possible. Things might get a little hectic, especially when things, like, start to blow up. We might get, like, millions and millions of messages, so it might be harder to answer, but we'll try to answer everybody to the best of our ability. But we're here to give advice, we're here to chat. If you just want to chit-chat and trauma dump or whatever, like, we are more than welcome to listen.
We're cancers, we're good listeners, too, and we somehow seem to give pretty sound, decent advice.
Oh, yeah.
Even if you just need somebody to vent to in a message and get it all out of your system, great. Another thing I've found, and probably even Emily's found, that's something when you're having, like, a lot of bad, stressful days, mental health issues, journal stuff. Journaling stuff will get it out. It'll be something, if you can't really talk to somebody, you can write about it. You can write about it, get it out of your system, and you feel like a little bit lighter once you've gotten some of this stuff out of your system that's been bothering you. So.
Yeah, whether that be writing a song, or writing a book, or jotting it down in a journal, or a diary, or freaking just writing a story about it. I don't know if I said story, but writing a story about it. Those are good ways to let it out. And it doesn't work for everybody. It's just one of those things that personally we found works for us. And there's also other ways where you can go outside and you can go into an open area and smash the plate, but be careful if you're doing things like that, smashing things, or even go to a rage room. But make sure you're fully protected and everything. When you go to, like, a rage room, they give you protective gear.
I totally want to do one of those freaking rage rooms.
Me too. I have so much anger I could let out, I would lose it in there. Like, I would be smashing so many things.
There you go, great podcast idea. Us losing our shit.
Oh my god, we should do that someday! Set up the camera and just start destroying everything in a freaking rage room. That'd be fun. I think they'd like that.
So maybe look forward to that in the future, guys, really.
Right? That's a good idea.
Yeah, see?
Oh man. But yeah, or whether you go, like, even, like, go outside and just start screaming and yelling or whatever. Like, go in a space where you can just let out your anger and emotions by just yelling and screaming and everything. Just make sure you're doing it in an area where people are not going to freak out and be like, are you okay? Or if there's, like, think that there's, like, a murder going on or something. Yeah.
Or find little coping mechanisms. Like, if you're somebody, like, sometimes when I'm frustrated and angry, I clean. It just kind of helps. I don't know. Calms me down a little. You know, spend time with your pets, spend time with your kids, find little coping mechanisms and things that work for you. Hobbies are always great.
Yeah.
Just find something that works for you, really.
Yeah.
And go and do it to help with your mental health.
Exactly. And just remember, guys, if you're with a partner and you're struggling with mental health, I've already said this in a previous episode before too, remember to always prioritize your own mental health over your partner's. And as much as that sounds really shitty, you gotta do it for the sake of your own mental health. If you can't deal with your own mental health on your own, how are you gonna handle your spouse's at the same time?
Yeah. If you're being overwhelmed with emotions that they keep sharing with you, maybe it's time that you just give them some space, walk away a little bit, and just give yourself some time. Because it's a lot on a person's mental health when other people are not quite feeling the greatest, or they're down, or they're having a rough day. And it's okay to have those days, but when it's a lot on you because maybe it's continuous, just find a way to take a step back, take a breath, find a way to take care of yourself first, right? Because you have to. Even if it sounds like you're being rude or selfish, but if you don't take care of yourself first, you can't look after anybody. And that's including if you are having these issues and you're a parent. You have to look after yourself so that way you can be there for that kid.
Even if you have to, like, drop your kid off at, like, at their aunt's house or the grandparents' house for a little
Family
bit.
member.
Or even hire somebody to take care of your child. There's nothing wrong with that, because you need to take care of yourself mentally, because if you're not there mentally, then how are you, you can't really take care of your child. You have to be there, you have to be prepared for this, and having a child takes a lot, it takes a huge toll on the woman, and not just the women, it also takes a huge toll on the men, don't get me wrong,
yeah,
or whatever, it's hard being a dad, too, especially being a new dad, it's hard even just sitting there and just being at work all the time while your wife's at home, or your girlfriend or whatever is at home with the baby, and you want to be there for your family, you want to help, but you have to also go to work and make money to support your family. It's hard on the men, especially with that. It takes a toll on you guys, and it's important for both parents to take care of themselves, especially, and also help each other out too.
Yeah.
I'm not saying prioritize your mental health and don't care about your partners. I'm saying you care about each other, you be there for each other, but make sure you're prioritizing yourself, especially if you're feeling unwell, or if you need some time for yourself. Take that time for yourself. If you can, take every chance you get to focus on yourself and work on yourself, because it's important that you look out for each other and yourself, and you need to just find ways to cope with things like this.
Yeah.
Because mental health, I feel like, is not talked about that much, whatever, as it should be. And it's very important to, subject to talk about and touch upon. And, we've had our own mental struggles, too.
Which is the other thing that I've always said, that I don't feel like, maybe myself and Emily, we may or may not be feminists, I don't really know how it works for us, but I've always felt that men could be the stronger sex, but we're mentally stronger.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes any sense or whatever, but...
Well, my brother had a good point, too, yesterday.
Yeah.
He was even saying, he's like, men are, majority of the time, are physically stronger. That's just how, it works. It's just scientifically proven that men are typically the stronger when it comes to physical-wise. But mentally, women, I feel like, are able to cope with things a lot easier and talk about things a lot easier, and we are more mentally stronger and capable in that sense. So, and I feel like that's, not talked about. And we're not trying to bash on anybody or anything like that.
No, everybody has their own personal experience of what they can and cannot handle.
And their personal opinions, too.
Yeah, personally, I don't really think I can handle childbirth sometimes. That was a lot on me. I'm not a big pain person. I don't have a high pain tolerance. But mentally, everything I went through, I really came out of that like that, and I don't honestly know how. It's a lot. Just
thinking about childbirth scares the shit out of me.
Yeah.
The pain. I'm scared. Hell no. I don't want to do that. No. No, I don't like pain. Oh, I hate pain.
Oh, Emily, you have no idea. Anyway.
Oh, God. Man. And plus, not everybody comes out of that as quickly as Mandi did. For like mentally wise after having a child. Everybody's different. So just keep that in mind. Just because she was able to come out of it a lot quicker than others doesn't make you any less of a person, doesn't make your feelings or your thoughts any less valid. Everybody's different. Everybody has their own experience. And some people's experience might be worse than others. And there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody's still valid. Everybody is allowed to have their own experience. And I get it. It's difficult, more difficult for others than some. And there's nothing wrong with that. You are never alone. There are other people that may be going through the exact same thing as you. And I feel like that's important to always remember, that you aren't alone, and there's always people out there that are able to, I guess, kind of like talk about that and have the same experience, that can share their experiences, and you guys can just kind of sit there together and just...
Yeah. You are never alone. Just remember that. You're never alone.
Yes.
You're never alone in your battles. There's always somebody that's probably going through something similar, or maybe even worse, but...
Or the exact same thing, even.
Or the exact same thing. So you're never alone. Just remember that.
Yeah. And I feel like that's what, like, as I know it may feel like you are alone, trust me. I've had my fair share.
Yeah.
Especially in high school, I felt very alone, even though I really wasn't. I had my friends and everything like that, and I decided to go talk to the counselor lady, which helped a lot. But it took a lot of courage out of me to do that. And it's not everybody can get to that point. It's hard. Trust me, it took a lot for me to actually build up the courage to go talk to somebody and open up about how I was feeling.
Yeah. But you did the process, and you're continuing to do the process when things get hard for you, and that's what counts, is that you're putting the effort forth to better yourself in a situation where you might feel like you don't have control.
Exactly.
So
you're bettering yourself. You're doing what's right for you. You're trying to take control over, like, not letting your mental health take control over you. You're taking control over it.
Exactly.
Instead. You are always in control.
Exactly.
Do not let things like that destroy you and tear you down. As much as I know it's very hard, I'm not saying it's easy. Trust me, it's not. I still have days today, like, to this day, where I'm like, dude, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. Like, I just get so mentally down on myself. But you have to fight hard, and you have to be strong, and I know it's very hard, very, very hard for some people, but you can do this. We believe in you. We are proud of you for how far you guys come. We love you guys.
Yes.
Like, we are always here for you. And I feel like that isn't talked about a lot. And I feel like not a lot of people would say that kind of thing. But we are here. We see you. We hear you. We love you. Your feelings are valid. Your emotions are valid. Anything you may be going through and how you feel about it is valid. You as a person entirely are valid.
Well said. Good
right?
job. Proud of you.
Right?
Oh, that's my catchphrase. I shouldn't be saying that on camera. Anyway. Anyway, from the darker or deeper topics to something lighter, like we were saying, coping mechanisms. So, you like to draw it?
Well, yeah, here and there.
Yeah. Are you any good at it?
I mean, yes. When it comes to people, don't even get me started. God. I can't draw a portrait for the life of me. Like, I can draw, so the body I can do. Very easy, very simple. But when it comes to the faces, especially, I find the eyes, I've started to get better at. But the nose and the mouth are the hardest. I know, I keep pointing. The nose and the mouth are the hardest to draw for me, and I always struggle with that. But that's just me, personally. But I'm more so, like, I personally like to just write, in a sense.
Right.
Or even paint. I like painting. Painting, I find you can just paint all over the thing and make something cool out of it.
Yeah, I like painting stuff too, and I get the chance to pull out my little easel thing and just try it. But I've never been a big drawer, but I've sketched some things in my life.
Yeah.
My favorite thing to do with sketch is like doing words and making the words look really cool and colorful. And I mean, I didn't do too bad in my art classes. I would get like B and B pluses, but I was never like the super A student of perfection.
Oh, I was terrible in art.
I don't know. I think art. And what about like if you were to like go to like a art museum? Do you ever find yourself like really intrigued by the stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We went to in like grade 8. We went to Ottawa. And we went to the like art gallery museum thing out there. It was so freaking cool. So cool. And just I was so intrigued by everything and just seeing the artwork and like a lot of people like some people are like, oh, that's boring, why do you want to look at art? Alright, it's not for everybody, but for me, I'm very passionate about art, and art is a huge thing. Art is like an umbrella where it comes with painting, drawing, or music, or writing, or anything like that. Like anything like that is just, it's a huge umbrella.
That's a really nice analogy.
So I'm very passionate about it.
Sometimes she surprises me with how intelligent she is.
I'm not that dumb. I'm like, what the
I didn't say that!
Oh, I swore.
I did not say that. I just said sometimes you surprise me with how intelligent you are and how well worded your words come out.
Even though I can't word for shit. If my life depended on it.
Because she'd probably be that person that says like 50 times over.
Oh, no! Oh my god!
That was wonderful.
Oh, the last episode, that was fun. That was fun.
There's always something each episode. This one, it just happens to be the dog that's going to be our issue with this episode. But
he's tripping out, guys. Like, he's over there just, like, staring down the hall. He probably sees something that we don't.
Oh, I think we've got a visitor coming.
Oh.
Are you coming?
Joe! Give her poopers.
Hi, bud.
There he is. Oh, he's sitting off camera. That's okay.
That's okay.
Hi, poopers. But yeah, we got our emotional support poopers here.
Yeah.
That's what we call him.
Oh my god.
He's such a love bug.
The emotional support of animals is amazing. I love it.
Oh yeah. I love how animals are very drawn to us too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I've also loved my experience of like going to see certain like art places and viewing them. It's not even just buildings of art. Sometimes there's art on like exterior buildings and paintings on walls of like,
or even just like looking at the architecture of buildings, like old buildings.
Yeah,
like,
I love a good graffiti all over like a wall. That's just like it's so cool. Canvas for you to do like photography work and all that. I love it. It's just so cool.
We aren't encouraging any graffiti though.
No, I'm just saying it looks cool.
Right? We aren't encouraging it. Unless the building, like you're graffitiing it and you're paid to do that kind of things, like okay, that's fine. Like if you have permission from like a store owner and they want you to do that and like make a big mural or something like that out of like graffiti styled art, that's a different story. But we are not encouraging any illegal like freaking graffitiing. Don't go out spray painting the wall just because. We are not encouraging that, guys.
No.
Oh god.
That's funny.
Oh my god. No, but you know what I love?
What?
About architecture and all that, like about buildings and stuff like that, is the Victorian homes.
Oh yeah.
I want to buy a Victorian home or build my own, so that way I don't have like the lead pipes, because old Victorian homes typically have lead pipes. But I love how colorful and different they are. They're very like beautiful to look at. Like it's just a whole art piece in general. Victorian homes. Whether you get like a pink house or blue house or green house or whatever, or purple, or it's cool. And going on the inside and just seeing like the colorful bathrooms and like just the walls and everything and how different everything is.
There was even this really weird Netflix special I watched once, and it was all these like different artistic homes, like things that people have collected, things that people designed their own, and they were like just cool. There was like one, it was an entire house of pink. A woman had nothing but pink in her house, and I was like, that's crazy, but that's also really cool. Like, people that think to do these things like that, that's really incredible. I'm gonna, kudos to you. Like, I don't see myself being able to do something like that, but I love the idea and the look of something great like that. It's just so cool to watch and see people who could do all these cool designs with things that they've collected or things that they like to design.
I like collecting things. I like collecting trinkets and stuff. I want to find more trinkets. And I like collecting crystals too. Crystals are my favorite thing ever to collect, and they're so colorful and pretty and just very fascinating.
Are very pretty. I prefer like a crystal necklace or something.
Yeah, I have one. I have a sodalite necklace. Do you have a favorite crystal?
No.
No?
No, I just like blue. Anything blue.
Okay, fair enough. I love amethyst.
Do you?
Not because it's purple. Like, well, yes, because it's purple, but like, baby blue is my favorite color actually. But I love amethyst because, especially the amethyst clusters,
Okay.
because they're so colorful and they're like just clusters are very unique. Like, you never get the same kind of cluster of amethyst. They're very like yes, the more deep the purple, the more expensive they tend to be because, like, that's what they're pretty much known for. But it's so. Oh, I love it. I have a chunk of amethyst upstairs in my room, actually.
Really?
Yes, and it's like very spiky and purpley and just sparkly and just, I love it.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous, and it was imported from Brazil. I got it from this little vendor who actually was a teacher at my college when I was in the auto program. And she would always be like, "Oh yeah, come by my room. We can chit chat about crystals and all that, and I can freaking show you some cool stuff." And she gets all her crystals imported from Brazil. So they are real
sometimes
authentic.
I forget that you also took auto.
Right? Oh, man.
So intelligent, this one.
I try to be. But I just love it. It's so pretty.
Yeah.
So, so pretty.
Alright, well, I think that's pretty much it for today.
I was going to say something. I can't remember. Oh, no.
We don't have any stories that we know of.
Oh, wait. Back to the art thing real quick before we actually end the podcast.
Okay.
There was this chick on TikTok that I seen a while ago, like a couple years ago. I don't know if she's still on there. But she would, like, paint her entire house.
Yeah.
Like, just colorful, like, very, like, she'd paint the entire thing, her walls, her ceiling, her floor,
Yeah.
like, it was just, her house was just a whole art piece. And I thought that was, like, so cool. I'm like, bro, I want to do that. Like, what the heck? That's so awesome. But the amount of time that you have to invest into that is crazy.
I had, in my bedroom, in my home when I was a teenager, I had neon green walls, so.
Oh my god.
It's crazy.
I had pastel purple.
Did you? No,
Yeah.
I had neon green. And now, if I had any kind of color of walls, I'd love royal blue on everything. I don't know why.
That's like your color.
I know. It looks good on me.
I love the colors, like sage green and baby blue. Perfect colors.
Yeah.
Perfect. Mwah! Chef's kiss.
Anyway. Thanks for coming out here and hanging out with us again,
Yes.
guys. We've enjoyed you listen to our chit chat, and like I said, leave comments, leave questions, go to our Instagram, and we hope to chit chat with you more there if you have any questions or comments or anything else like that.
And we appreciate you guys for everything you guys do for us, and we love all the support and the love. We're very appreciative of how far you guys have gotten us. We love you so much. And we will see you hopefully in the next episode. And, you know, thanks for tuning in to
Mandi Ezra Talk Shit.
Bye, guys.
What do you do, baby?